intent. Like they are the artist and they wanted to make the song like this way. So like you're just like, okay, this is their decision, and then you have your freedom to kind of like criticize or think what you want. But I think more than anything, just listening to any like artist music is inspiring. You know, whether it's like really, really good and it blows you away, or it's like really, really popular and you don't think it's that deserving of it, then you're like, I could do, you know, better. So then you yourself go and you write your own song. So there's two different kinds of inspiration, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, bro, definitely.
Right.
There's just one question. I was trying to find it. That's why I seemed a little zoned out at the moment.
No, you're good.
It's like they actually asked in Tagalog or in Filipino. They said, Keshi, are you single? Everyone wants to know this. This question has come up a lot. So for everyone who's just dying to know.
Yeah, I'm engaged, so no, I'm not single.
No way. I had no idea. Is it legit?
Didn't I tell you during the interview?
Either I
may
have
have
a
not.
bad memory, or
I may have not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Wait, legit?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How is this publicly known already?
I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, it's not like I like talk about it excessively, but like if people ask, like I'll answer. Like I won't lie.
Mad. Yeah. Okay. You don't have to tell. Of course, I'm not gonna invade like your privacy and stuff.
No,
but,
you're good. You're good.
Like when was this? Like how long ago?
November. We were in Hawaii. It was really nice.
How long have you guys been together?
A while. It's been like, I don't want to give this answer away, but I'll just say a while. Yeah, you're good.
A while.
Good. Yeah.
But Matt, I had no idea. Like, how old are you again, bro?
25. I know I don't look it. Okay. But I'm 25. Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 19, man.
19.
Wait, so I'll put a timer for 6 years. I have to be engaged
there you go. Point. I think it's like a pretty decent age to be engaged. Like it's not like too early and it's not like too late, I feel.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, you're good.
A while.
Good. Yeah.
But Matt, I had no idea. Like, how old are you again, bro?
25. I know I don't look it. Okay. But I'm 25. Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 19, man.
19.
Wait, so I'll put a timer for 6 years. I have to be engaged
there
by
you
that
go.
point.
I think it's like a pretty decent age to be engaged. Like it's not like too early and it's not like too late, I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys together? Sorry,
no, you're good.
Don't be a gossiper.
No.
I was kind of shook by this. Man.
No, yeah, you're good.
Do you guys live together?
Yeah, she's working like over there. She's like working from home. Yeah, she's literally across.
Oh man. As part of the Keshi cult, I kind of want to find out who, but I respect your privacy, bro. I respect.
You're good.
Of course, like there's certain parts of your life that you got to keep private.
Right.
Have you ever experienced that, like someone trying to get in, like into the inner circle or into your personal life?
It's funny. Like people will go through, like really, I feel like really diehard fans will go through the people that I follow, and they will find who I follow are. And like, I follow a lot of like artists and like other celebrities and stuff, but I follow a lot of my friends too. So they will just follow anyone I follow, and a lot of my friends will DM me and they'll be like, "Hey, I just got a bunch of requests. Like, what is this?" You know? So yeah, they have kind of like reached out to my personal friends occasionally, but I think like no one's done anything like so out of line yet, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to say a quick shout out to James Aiden, my pastor in the church. What's up, Pastor James? Sorry, I just had to say that because
what's up, Pastor James?
Guy hashtag favorite church. But I wanted to ask, like we asked, we talked about it a little bit earlier about hate in public.
Right.
Have you, like, of course, I know that you've seen like bashes online or like hate online. I mean, we all have. We've all gone through it.
Right.
How have you handled that? Like, in terms of, like, even when I know that you've seen like bashes online or like hate online. I mean, we all have. We've all gone through it.
Right.
How have you handled that? Like, in terms of, like, even when I'm interviewing right now, bro. Even in the last interview, you're super chill.
Yeah.
It seems like you don't get bothered buy stuff anymore.
Me?
Um,
Oh.
yeah. So have you ever got like how do you deal with the hate online or like not necessarily hate, just hate
uh
for any reason. People will just try and make your day bad. How do you
yeah,
handle that?
I am pretty chill just in a regular like life in general. But of course like it takes like just one bad comment in a sea of like praise to make your day feel like awful. And it's funny because like some days I'll be like really down after like having read like a criticism or anything. And sometimes it'll get me like really personally. And I'll be down for the whole day. And then like my fiance will have to be like, "Hey, like what's wrong?" And then like we'll kind of talk about it. And she's just like, "Fuck it." Like there's a million comments that are saying like great things. So like why do you care?
Yeah.
Um but then I can't feel like personally so butthurt about it because like everybody has their right to criticism. And I have to be open to criticism. I have to be okay with it and like take it constructively. Like even if it is like really harsh or like not even constructive at all, I have to understand where that person is coming from whenever they say that thing and be like, okay, so this is what they actually mean by it and I can work on that in the future, you know? So yeah.
Has there ever been someone who's like someone because it's different when you get like criticism from a friend or from like a coworker, someone who knows the industry, someone who knows music, rather than
Right.
someone who's just like a fan or on social media, a troll online. So,
Yeah.
is it
That is
harder getting criticism from people close to you?
no, it's easier. Definitely easier.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, definitely easier. I think that it is a little bit harder again.
Fan or on social media, a troll online. So,
Yeah,
is it
that is
harder getting criticism from people close to you?
no, it's easier. Definitely easier.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, definitely easier. I think that it is a little bit harder getting criticism from somebody who doesn't understand like all the nuances of like the work and everything because like there's a lot that goes into it and everything that I've done is intentional. So like it does kind of suck. But they even without knowing the ins and outs behind like my work or the things I do or the industry, like they are allowed to criticize like as much as they want or very freely. So like, what can I do? Like, I just have to
Right,
take it
right.
as effectively as I can. Yeah.
I want to know, like, since you started off, on SoundCloud, producing on like GarageBand on your own laptop,
Yeah.
and you're like a true laptop producer,
Yeah.
how did it like, move to, when you became, I don't, like when you really became like solidly mainstream,
Mhm.
and you started working with a label and everything? Is
Mhm.
there like, do they, like, I'm not hitting on your label or anything. Like, have they ever
No.
tried to like say, um, okay, maybe change this part of the song? Like you as an artist, with you putting like your heart in a track and then
Mhm.
them telling you to change something, has that ever happened or how do you handle it? Or how did you handle it
So
if it happened?
that's never happened. They give me a lot of like creative freedom. And I think that's just like they knew they understand what kind of artist I am when like we signed the deal that I pretty much make everything on my own. And like I feel like labels get a bad rep for like doing that. Like people think that they um like
Is
mhm.
there like, do they, like, I'm not hitting on your label or anything. Like, have they ever
No.
tried to like say, um, okay, maybe change this part of the song? Like you as an artist, with you putting like your heart in a track and then
Mhm.
them telling you to change something, has that ever happened or how do you handle it? Or how did you handle it
So
if it happened?
that's never happened. They give me a lot of like creative freedom. And I think that's just like they knew they understand what kind of artist I am when like we signed the deal that I pretty much make everything on my own. And like I feel like labels get a bad rep for like doing that. Like people think that they um like are like that because of how the media portrays them. But like um they how do I put it? like they try to give like whatever artist they have like the resources whatever they need. So if they feel like if the artist is saying like, hey, I'm struggling like writing but I can produce really well, like they'll get them in a room with writers. Or if they're a really great songwriter but they don't know how to record themselves, they'll get them in the room with like really great producers. So whatever piece that they're missing, they will try to pair them with. So when I got on board with Island, they understood that like I like to create everything by myself. So I've definitely gotten into rooms with different people, but I've still been able to like write songs on my own. So everything that I've released is still everything I've written and produced on my own. And in terms of like submitting the song to them and them giving any sort of feedback, the feedback is almost never like creative. It's always like in notes of like mixing or like this sort of thing. Or like
so it's more about like the technical side.
Yeah, exactly. So they've never like ever been like, yeah, you can't like put that song out. If ever, like I'm kind of iffy on a track and I will send it to them, specifically like my A&R, and he might say like, oh yeah, like I agree, like I'm not really feeling this track either, or like, oh I agree, like I really like this track. So it's kind of like that.
Has there ever been a time where you've writer's block or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the time, like you are struggling to, like you are constantly moving through block. I guess I like to think about it like that. Like I'm constantly trying to work through a block. So there are going to be a few days where I'm just like not writing or just not feeling inspired. And then there will be one golden day where like I spend the whole day, the day just like zooms by, and I'm writing the whole day and I have like a song that's releasable. Like I feel like I have a very high standard for like what songs I want to put out. And I don't want to put out anything that's below it. So on those days, like, yeah, there are those rare days where like the song just just goes way past it. And I'm like, yeah, this is one of the songs that's on the next record. Like I know it. So yeah.
There's this one question I actually really want to ask you. It's from Akshita Imida. Keshi, when are you dropping the collab with Rich Brian? Is there a collab with Rich Brian?
Well, I sent him a track a while ago, and he really liked it. I sent him like a snippet of it, and he was like, "Oh, dude, like I need this." So I fleshed it out, and I sent him the whole thing, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So we will see. It's to be seen. Like I actually told my manager I was going to hit him up and ask him like, "What's up?" So I will do that after this call, probably.
Well, oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, can I stay on the call then?
No, it's gonna be text.
Were you ever like surprised by his voice? Like, cause that dude has like a low voice.
Yeah, no, I remember when he first came out with Dat Stick, and I listened to it. I was just like, yo, this song kind of lit though, and his voice was like hella deep. I love it though.
Actually, there was a question from my acting coach, Anna Fileo. I love you, Miss Anna. She said, do you ever get burnt out in terms of like creating music, performing, being in the spotlight?
I think it's just gotten taken used to. I don't think I've been in it long enough to be burnt out. I would hate to be burnt out 2 years into it.
Right.
But I only did like 9 shows on.
Which Anna Fileo, I love you, Miss Anna. She said, do you ever get burnt out in terms of like creating music, performing, being in the spotlight?
I think it's just gotten taken used to. I don't think I've been in it long enough to be burnt out. I would hate to be burnt out 2 years into it.
Right.
But I only did like 9 shows on tour. And by the like 5th show, like I was like kind of over the initial hype of I'm going on tour, you know. It was definitely work. And I wouldn't say burnt out, but it was like exhausting. Being on tour is exhausting. I love it though, but exhausting.
Like since you're performing the same songs, and like I gotta say, some of my favorite songs from you is Too Soon, Blue, Atlas. Like those are like back to back in my playlist. Like playing the same songs. Like, you know, when we hear it, we as the audience, when we hear it, it's like for the first time again, or we're hearing it live. Ooh, it's fresh, it's new.
Right.
But when you're on tour and you're performing it, like how many, like, twice a week? Is that safe in terms of like the timeline, or
No,
every day?
I would say like 4 times a week or 5 times a week. Like
So
the
like
days are really close.
so how is it like going from one show, putting all your energy there, and then a couple days later, like 1 or 2 days later, you're performing it in front of a new crowd, and
That like
does it get
the
boring or like
no no
burnt,
no no no
rushed out?
not at all. The process of traveling and getting set up and everything is a pain in the ass. Like it's so exhausting, and then like having to set up over and over again, and then unload, and then reload, and then like go back to the hotel, sleep, and then get on a flight. I hate it, but it all just washes away. Like the energy is just like so crazy, and the adrenaline just like comes back into me. So yeah, you can.
What's your favorite song to play if
Too
it's
soon.
live? Too soon?
Yeah.
Why too soon? I heard, actually, I'm not gonna lie, I knew that answer already. I saw it in like another interview, but
Yeah.
why too soon specifically? Like, because that's one of the deeper song. Not, is it deeper?
I think
Um,
I think it
to
is
me, more meaningful.
I think I have a good answer for this. It is because it is the first song that most people listen to from me, and it is one of the early songs, like the old like quote unquote like really like hit songs that people really resonated with. So it is the first of those songs, you know. I feel like a lot of the big songs are like I Need You, Too Soon. I would say like Right Here is one of those songs. Like Just Friends. Those are all like some of
Yeah.
the like S tier Keshi songs that people really love. And Too Soon was the very first one of those. So when I play that, it's kind of like I feel like people feel personally addressed. So I think that's one of the reasons why I love it so much, and I think it's one of the reasons why the crowds love it so much.
I mean, for me, from an admirer of your music, like I say, as soon as it, more than the other songs that you have. Oh, wait, VJ Danny. I don't know if you remember. VJ Danny is also part of Mix. She interviewed you before.
Yeah. Hey, Danny.
She says hi.
Hi.
There, hi. Wait, what was I gonna say now? From a viewer's perspective, it's one of those songs that as soon as it comes up, it has the atmosphere set already before the lyrics even come.
Yeah.
I'm not a musician. How do you say the pling plong, the twinkle, the twinkle at the beginning of